From retail craft stores to television shows, wooden and faux wood signs are becoming increasingly popular. They can bring a unique flair to your home's decor as well as making great gifts. With enough time and practice, you could even make your own business out of sign making like I have. If you love the looks of wooden signs but don't like the high prices of big box stores, there is a way you can recreate the look for a fraction of the cost. Here is how you can make your own wooden signs from the comfort of your own home. The first part of the process involves preparing and assembling the board. First, you must choose a piece of wood and cut it to size. To cut this board, I used a circular saw. However, you could use any other tools you had at hand. Then, you must choose a color or finish you would like to use for the background. For this particular sign, I have used white, but you could use stain or leave the wood natural also. Another optional step is to use 1 by 2 inch lumber to frame the outer border of the sign. This gives the look a more finished and professional. It gives the piece a more finished and professional look. After you have assembled the sign, you are ready to start the painting process. The most important part of the process is to use pencil to make guidelines of what you will be painting. This step is very important because it is much easier to remove pencil lines than it is to remove paint. After you have drawn your guidelines, you are ready to use paint to start the painting. I will also be using a 1/4 inch angled shading brush. When you do cursive fonts like this, shading brushes work the best because you can follow the curves of the words. Also, when using cursive fonts, it is important to remember that the downstrokes should be thicker than the upstrokes. This means that when your brush moves down the board, the line should be thicker than when your brush comes up. Not only does this make the writing more eye-catching, it looks more professional too. Also, when painting, it is important to remember to use long, slow brush strokes. This helps to keep your writing look less choppy. Once you have finished painting the words, you are ready to start the final preparations. It is a good idea to let the sign dry for approximately 2 hours or until you think it's ready. Once the sign is dry, you should apply some form of sealer. You can use liquid sealer that you brush on, or you can use sealer that comes in a spray can. I prefer to use the liquid kind just because it holds up better. This step is especially important if you plan to put your sign outdoors so that rain, sun, the weather doesn't affect it, but it is also just important indoors for cleaning purposes. Once you have finished all the steps, your sign should look something like this. The whole process takes approximately 30 minutes to an hour based on your experience. And that is how you make a wooden sign. To conclude, it's a relatively simple process to paint and build your own wooden signs. If you love the look but don't want to pay the price, all you have to do is follow the steps that I have just shown you.